Welcome to the Hump.
Yeah, the hump is today really good. Yeah,
It's good. It's good.
it's good. Welcome from Singapore.
You know, we got a piece of Singapore in our own backyard in England today. It's like 31 degrees here. I'm roasting.
Your 31 degrees is nice. My 31 degrees is sweaty bum crack. That's like.
Can you say that on a webinar?
Say what? But look how we are dressed. So we got to show a little bit of appreciation. No? Or is it a bit too tight for us?
Very professional, isn't it?
It's too professional, not our style.
Nah. This is more like it.
This is the Hump!
Fabian, tell me, what's given you the hump this month?
Give me the hump. Give me 1 second. What gives me the hump? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. What really gave me the hump, there was one part that really annoyed me. And that was this consortium launched to push coordination for cross-border travel in APAC. I think it's called ATIA, where all the OTAs come together and say, oh, we're doing now this OTA, this association, and now we're going to help everybody, right? And that really annoyed me a little bit, because it seems like, you know, the old days where the mafia comes together and does stuff. I'm sure they're really good intentions, but the problem is that everything they do, you kind of analyze to the perspective, okay, how are they going to get me now, right? And that was, I think, one of the things that humped me. And then, of course, that cities are closing again.
Yeah. That sucks, huh?
That lockdown is really, I feel, do you know what I mean? I posted something on there on LinkedIn, and I said, you know what, Booking.com let a couple of thousand people go or something, right? And I said, that's pretty bad. What do you think about it? And one guy said, like, well, why do you care? And I was like, because we're in an industry that we love, and because we're losing people, right? And if that is happening at that scale, what does it mean for us going forward in the next 2 years? If they're downsizing because they think over the next 3 years it ain't gonna come back, right?
Yeah, it's worrying, isn't it?
For us? That kind of brings me, do we have this drip job economy? Do we have like the baby pool kind of thing that we're constantly hovering around 20%? That really gives me the hump.
Yeah, it's a big worry, isn't it? We see here, it's I tell you what gave me the hump, actually. Yesterday I was talking to a guy who was selling, I mean, umpteen people try to sell COVID-19 safety equipment. And this guy was telling me yesterday, you know, I can help your hotels open up with this air conditioning unit. And what we do is we purify the air, and then people feel safe to come back. And the reality is, I mean, with the air conditioning, without the air conditioning unit, many of our hotels will be doing the exact same occupancy, because the reality is, it's actually not a safety, it's not a fear issue. Because if I look at, and you'll see some of this with our portfolio, if I look at Cornwall, if I look at some of the Scottish hotels, the lakes, I mean, some of these hotels are going to finish the whole month in the mid-90s. So you can't tell me there's a fear out there of going to hotels. People are flocking to them. But then
go ahead.
Then if I look at our airport hotels or our city centre hotels that are on 15-20% for the month of August, why are they on 15-20%? Not because the aircon unit's got no air purifier in it, because there's no flights, there's no borders open, there's no conferencing. All the theatres are closed in the city centre. So that gave me the hump, I tell you.
Coming to your hump right now, right? The really weird thing is that the parts of the OTAs that are actually performing are the vacation rental parts. And you kind of go, if cleanliness is really so high up your agenda, why are you crashing on somebody's couch, right?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Hotels all of a sudden are put into the spotlight of saying, oh, they got to clean up. They were clean. But if you want to find something, you will always find something to put your head on, right? But in general, I didn't go to a hotel, sniffed my pillow to say, okay, can I sleep on it right now? And I'm not going to do that right now. Do you know what I mean?
You don't sniff your pillow before you sleep on it.
No. Did you? Are you a pillow sniffer? I actually wanted to apply back in the day for the Crown Plaza stuff. You know, where they said you can rent a bed warmer? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So what you could do in the winter is you could, they did it as a marketing gimmick. You can get this guy who will come into a full bodysuit and lay in your bed an hour before you arrive. And then when you are ready to pump in there, person will go out so you have a warm bed. Brilliant, right?
Oh, that is a world of wrong.